Hi everyone, I have a super quick video to share with you guys. I'm going to share how I am prepping pages for my junk journal. So all of these papers are single-sided except for I didn't like this one, and these are all single-sided. So what I'm doing is I am making my own sheets for my junk journal. So this is how I figured out how to go ahead and put it together to make it work. So I'm going to share with you guys. So my paper is 6 inches. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do a 6x1. So I'm going to put my paper in my trimmer right here. And I'm going to need to do a score line at 1/2 inch. And I just find it easier to do that before I cut my paper. So I got it lined up to the 1 inch mark. So at 1/2 inch, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to score that right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and close this off. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my paper at that 1 inch mark like that. And then now I could go ahead and cut it down because I need it to be 6 inches because that's how long my paper is. So right there at the 6 inch mark. Let's just go ahead and trim that off. So now this is trash. And now this is just really easy to go ahead and fold over. So I just find it easier, like I said, to score first than to cut. So now we have our little hinge here. So what we're going to do is I've got my paper right here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these two into one page. And I'm going to glue these two into one page. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my Barely Arts glue because I love how fast this stuff dries. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue my first page down here. So I'm going to add my glue. And just put that all on the inside. And then I'm going to take my paper and just put that down. Not all the way to the crease. You want to give it some room. So just a little smidge below the crease line there. And then this is why I love my Barely Arts. It dries so fast. So now I'm going to use the cheap glue that I don't like, that I'm trying to use up to get rid of. And I'm going to go ahead and use that to just get close to the edge of the other paper. And we are going to glue that down. Now, if you have directional paper, just double check that you have it going the way you need it to go. So this is the only one that has directional because of the butterflies. The other side doesn't really matter. And we're going to do the same thing, not on the seam of that crease that we did, but right below it. And we're just going to press those two together. And I'm going to flip it over and make sure it's lined nice and straight. So there we go. See, so it's all lined up all nice and neat. I'm going to go ahead and press that down. Then I'm going to go to my other side here, and I'm going to do the same thing, take my Barely Arts glue because it dries nice and fast. And I don't have to worry about my paper moving around. I'm going to glue this side on down. So this has directional paper to it, so I'm going to make sure that I'm lining those up nice and the same way. So you can see we have this little gap right here. That's what we want because when we are going to sew this into our junk journal, our holes are going to be right here in that seam right there. So then we're going to just go ahead and glue the other side down. And then that's how we are going to prepare our pages to go ahead for our junk journal. This one I don't think matters which way it goes. So place that there. Then again, we're going to just pick it up and make sure that we lined it all up. That looks good there. And we're just going to go ahead and press that down. So now you have your page all prepared for your junk journal. So like this one could go into this one like this. So now we have the beginning stages, so we can go ahead and start putting together our little junk journal. So that's how they are going to go, like that. And then when we're ready, we'll just go ahead and pop our little holes to go ahead and sew it into our book. But I'm going to go ahead and keep preparing more pages. just thought this might be a little bit helpful if you are just starting out with junk journals the way I am. I was kind of struggling with thinking, how am I going to get these pages to work? And then I'm like, duh, let's just make some little hinges and glue them together, and it seems like it's going to work out perfectly. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, bye guys.